Tabitha is rumored to be Lamar Consolidated High School ghost. Before we explore more on Tabitha, let us explore more. The definition of ghost according to the Oxford Dictionary is, quote, an apparent of a dead person, which is believed to appear or become manifested to the living, typically as a nebulous image. There are many different religions and locations on Earth that believe in an afterlife and your ancestors looking over/after you. According to the Smithsonian, quote, a table made in ancient Babylon around 1500 BCE may be the earliest known depiction of a ghost, end quote. The clay tablet is part of the British Museum and depicts an exorcising ghost. Ivan Finkel, a curator at the museum, says, quote, the image on the tablet is only visible when viewed from above under a light, end quote, almost like a ghost because you cannot always see it. In Mesopotamia, they believed that ghosts could appear to people on Earth if they believed that they needed to right some wrongs. These appearances usually manifested themselves in sickness among the living. In Greece and Rome, it is said that ghosts would appear in certain predictable ways, usually at certain times of the night. In the cultures of Mesopotamia and Egypt, souls were not expected to return to Earth for any reason, but sometimes they still did. This same basic paradigm was adopted by the Roman culture, who held a much more deep-seated belief in the ghost than the Greeks. In China and India, it is believed that the spirit of a person who had drowned, died alone, died in battle, or suffered from some other death where they went unburied would appear and can only be seen at night by torchlight. Apparently, the spirit of ancestors who wished to relate some information or give a warning would appear in a dream. The Chinese belief in ghosts was heavily influenced by their practice of ancestors worship and the belief that the departed continued to exert a powerful influence in people's lives. In ancient and modern India, ghosts were known as bhoots and appeared as humans but with backward feet who could change their appearance without warning. The feet are thought to appear backwards to symbolize that something had gone wrong, that the spirit is an unnatural state. Bhoots materialize when the person dies before their ordained time on Earth. Since they were unable to enjoy the fullness of their lives, they returned to Earth in the hope of possessing a body of some living person. In all of these cultures, there is a belief in some kind of afterlife or spirit, and they are on all corners of the earth. How can they be so far away from each other and still have similar experiences? We asked a student about the correlation between their faith and ghosts, and this is what she said.
I believe in spirits. I believe that there are good spirits and bad spirits, but I don't necessarily believe that spirits will cause you harm. If that makes sense. I believe mostly in kind of like the demons. I believe those are like bad spirits. Like there's a separate spirit realm that is separate from our realm, if that makes sense. So I believe they exist. I just don't believe they affect us.
Okay. So you said that there was a good spirit and a bad spirit. You mentioned that there was a bad spirit. Why wouldn't a bad spirit cause harm if they are demons, or as you said?
I don't think they are. Well, from what I know from my religion or what I believe, I don't think they are allowed. Like I said, I feel like it's a separate realm. so they can't really cause physical harm unless you interact with them.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
You know how people like play with spirits and stuff like that? I don't feel like they would go out of their way to cause harm to you unless there's some kind of
They're
interaction.
provoked. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I understand that. Okay. Now, follow-up question. What if I told you that in this school, in Lamar Consolidated, in the auditorium, there is supposedly a school ghost named Tabitha? Have you heard or seen any extra or any stuff like that?
Yes, I have heard about Tabitha.
Do you have anything to say about it, or?
I feel like the story's really sad. I feel like the school's really old, so I don't really know. I mean, crazy things have happened, so I guess you have to like kind of take that into account. And like I said, like I mean, I don't know everything, so maybe there is one, maybe not. Also, but the school's really old, so it could be also other things going on, and they're just blaming Tabitha.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Okay, so what would you say if somebody provoked Tabitha? Let's say Tabitha is quote unquote a bad spirit. What would you say if she provoked it? How would you feel, or what would you think happened?
I don't really know. I mean,
We went around the school to interview teachers and see if they know anything. The first interview is subject 1, a history teacher. She wanted to stay anonymous.
Hello, I am here with subject number 2. How are you doing today?
Okay.
You're doing okay. Well, let's get right into it. Do you know who Tabitha is?
I didn't know who Tabitha is by the name, but I know who Tabitha is.
Okay, yes, Tabitha is a school ghost, right? Do you know, like, her story or her origin?
So I've been told that there was a girl who died in the auditorium, kind of graphically. I don't know if I want to go into that much detail about how she died.
Okay.
But personal choice, we'll put it that way. And it was either late 40s, early 50s.
Okay. Have you experienced anything from Tabitha or anything abnormal around the school?
So before I even knew about the story of Tabitha, my first year here teaching, it was 8, maybe 9 o'clock at night because I was stupid and stayed late like that as a first year teacher. And I had my door open and I was sitting working on the computer on the wall. And out of the side of my eye, my peripheral vision, I saw a woman walk by in a red dress. Very slowly, not very fast, and I was thinking, okay, there's a parent here in the school, it's late, I'll go see what's going on. So I stepped out in the hall, and nobody was in the hall. And because I'm kind of right in the middle of the hallway, there's no way that person could have gotten to either end of the hallway without me seeing them. So, I thought it was kind of weird, so I brushed off and went back to work, and then I later found out about the ghost in the red dress.
Okay. Well, was that the only?
I've seen things get moved when I know nobody's been in the room since I've been. So maybe I've run to the copy machine and I come back and things have been moved around, and I know nobody's been in my room. And I check with other teachers when things go missing, because there is one teacher in particular who will borrow things, quote unquote. But that teacher didn't borrow when it's missing. And then it magically reappears when I know nobody's been in my room.
Oh, okay. Well, do you have any other stories or any other facts, anything that you would like to share about Tabitha? If you're scared, if you still believe in her, do you still believe that she is here?
Based off my experiences, yeah, for sure.
We then asked the theater students to see if they had experienced anything, considering that they are always in the auditorium. Haley and Karen had some interesting things to say.
We are with 2 theater kids. Who is Tabitha?
You might want to tell that one. Okay, well, she is the ghost of the auditorium. She was someone who attended Lamar when it first opened, I guess. and she hung herself from up there, the catwalk.
What have y'all experienced?
There was this one day when we were over here doing work, just eating snacks and talking, and there were random like taps and noises that we were here, and then I think one of the lights over there actually went off while we were here. Oh yeah. She likes to mess with the lights. One thing that I had was over there by the prop closet, we were cleaning it out during freshman year, and there was this big metal trash can, and the lid wasn't like fully on it, it was like kind of halfway on, and it was just me and my friend in there cleaning it out. No one else was here because it was like finals week, and we just randomly hear a loud bang, and never go near that trash can ever again.
Wow. Okay. Anything else? Would y'all like to say anything else, or?
I don't know. She's friendly.
She's friendly?
She's really friendly. She likes to watch on our rehearsal.
Oh,
yeah, we had a ghost lamp. There's her lamp. And it stayed on this side of the stage in the wings. And it just stood there. It was like a single little light bulb. And she broke it. And I think she's been really angry ever since then. Yeah. And they haven't replaced it.
No?
So she's still mad.
We'll talk more about ghost lamps later on. We then asked the choir teacher about Tabitha since he has been here for multiple years.
Mr. Saunders, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
Pretty good. Okay, first question. Do you know who Tabitha is?
I do know who Tabitha is.
You do?
Yes, so supposedly Tabitha was a student here at Lamar in the 60s. She was involved in the theater program, and there were some conspicuous surroundings about her possible death in our auditorium.
Really?
Yes.
Do you happen to know how she died, or?
Some speculate that it was suicide and that she hung herself. Others just say that she died.
Oh, okay. Well, with that being said, have you experienced any irregularities or any, like, hauntings, quote unquote?
For the longest time, there would be times where we'd be working on shows and things in the auditorium, and we'd turn the lights off, and then we'd find the next day that bulbs were blown for no reason. Lights would flicker on and off during performances that we couldn't explain.
We then asked Mr. Saunders about the ghost light that lives in the auditorium.
Okay, so, as I was saying, every theater has a ghost. It's considered a sign of good luck. And the way that you let the ghost know that you are respecting their presence is that you leave what's called a ghost light. And so 9 times out of 10, every professional theater has a lamp that is constantly lit on the stage. For the longest time, we had a standing lamp with a bulb, and we would always leave it lit. Even when we'd leave, it was plugged in and always on. So the only time we would turn it off is when we were on the stage. But when we left the stage for any reason, or we were done for the day and we would leave, someone was always in charge of making sure that the ghost light was on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What would happen if the ghost light was off?
So myth says that when you leave the ghost light off, you are disrespecting the ghost of the theater, and that would encourage them to be mischievous. And so, like, that's when you would see things like things getting broken or things not going well. People have blamed bad performances, broken set pieces, busted lights and things on a ghost that wasn't being respected with the ghost light.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, any other comments, or?
No.
I'm good. Okay.
Even though there are people who know and believe in Tabitha, there are many who are naysayers, including Dr. Williams, the school principal, and Mr. Kaiser, a math teacher.
I had encounters.
Yeah. So I haven't, because the light has always been on when I was back there, because they people told me, well, turn the light, don't turn it off. And so I was like, I thought it was kind of
like a joke.
weird. Yeah, well, just not a joke, but I was like, it's kind of interesting. Okay, because I just said, I thought Tabitha was someone that died, like passed away, like, I don't really know who Tabitha is, like, right? And so I was just like, okay. And I just thought to myself, I didn't say it out loud because I was new to La Mom. The principal didn't want to, it's a traditional thing, right? But I was thinking,
So she knows what it
that's what I thought this is.
Yeah, she hung herself from a catwalk.
Yeah.
That's
Who did?
Tabitha. That was Tabitha.
That was Tabitha. Well, no one told me that's not true.
Mr. Hicks
No, yeah,
told
she-
me that while I was in the light scene.
So where's the proof of this? I'm gonna say not true.
Okay.
Until
We have a quick question. Do you happen to know who Tabitha is?
Tabitha, like you're talking about back in the TV program?
No, like Tabitha, the school ghost.
Tabitha the schoolgirl?
Ghost.
Tabitha the ghost? No, I don't know anything about that.
No, or have you experienced anything paranormal around here, like in the school,
Well, I would say abnormal, but not necessarily paranormal.
or abnormal?
I have a lot of weird stuff that I purport to say, the electronic stuff in here.
Uh-huh.
And other people, the former teachers, I think Ms. Courthouse was saying before too, though, I think it's just because of the hookups are weird over here. No, not really.
No,
No.
nothing. Oh man.
But maybe borderline.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, though. Thank
I'm
you.
up here by myself all the time, so and I joke about an entity called Walter that messes up my room, but that's all just for fun. Yeah, but I'm here by myself all the time. They don't bug me. So.
Oh, okay. Okay.
To be honest, I would have to say no, but I tease them about it
Okay. Okay.
because it could be.
Thank you. I honestly don't even know what to think anymore. Like, there's just so many things that were told to me. The first thing, who was it? I think it was Saunders, maybe, that said they were from the '60s, and then she said that she was from the '40s or '50s.
And like literally, this school was made in like 1948 or something. Like,
Yeah.
how is that? How is that?
Like, I don't know how that
How
happened.
do we know that these are verified things? It's just stories told by teachers that go on and on.
And there are a lot of inconsistencies within the stories. It doesn't add up most of the time.
Yeah, I really honestly don't even know what to believe. It's just, like I said, too many speculations.
Even Saunders said that every choir, what is it? Every theater has a ghost story.
Uh-huh.
That's their thing, is the ghost story, to reel you in, to get them to go to places, because everybody gets so excited about a small little ghost.
But I mean, if people have seen these things, and if this girl supposedly did come to the school, why? You know what? Maybe she did go to the school, but and maybe she did commit suicide, which is sad. But I don't believe the stories. I don't know.
No one knows. How can we know?
Yeah, how can we know? But what do y'all think actually? What are y'all thinking? Do y'all believe in the ghost? Do y'all?
I think that some things could be true about the stories, but I also think that there are
Fabrications.
Yeah.
Making it a little bit more exciting than it really is.
I agree with that. I actually solely agree with that.
Some people,
Yeah.
they believe anything and everything.
No, yeah, I see what you're saying. I definitely see what you're saying. Yeah. Well, we'll see.